My name is Pip Fallow. Originally brought up in Blackhall Colliery, which is on the east coast of Durham. Recently become a published author, and that has led on to me now being a bit of a campaigner to get this area reindustrialised. It was a fantastic place to grow up when we were living that life where the social cohesion was as strong as it was, where everybody knew everybody. What people say to me is, I remember when you could leave your house unlocked. I remember when you could leave your keys in the ignition of your car. I can remember when everybody knew everybody. You knew who was next door and everything. And I think that social cohesion that I grew up in there is a massive loss, a much more important loss as human beings than I think we ever realise. When I used to look out of my bedroom window when I was a child, that street was heaving. It was full of people going to the bus stops to go to the steelworks. It was full of people going to the shipbuilding yards. There was factory lasses at the bus stands. There was butchers, bakers. Everybody was out, milkmen. Everybody in that village had a reason to get out of bed, had a purpose in life. What you see out of those windows now, if the windows aren't boarded up, there is a lot of drugs, a lot of substance abuse to fill the gap that has been left when the industry disappeared. These places don't need housing, like some government people will tell you. What these places need is a purpose and fulfilment for the people who live there. These places need jobs. But I look at Blackhall and Horden and Easington that haven't recovered as well as anywhere else. It had nothing else. It had the sea on one side and no alternative to coal. But I don't get the reason why it hasn't recovered as quick. There's been nothing put here. And I often wonder, has somebody actually from a higher bracket, did they just not know about us? Did they not know we exist? Or have they got it in for us? Is this on purpose? And if it is on purpose, I will say to them, let's bury the hatchet. This next generation weren't involved in any strikes. This next generation weren't involved in any anti-government this or anti-government that. They didn't fight anybody. This next generation deserve better. They deserve a new chance in life. Yes, let's remember our heritage and let's remember the past. I mean, my grandfathers and great-grandfathers and father all worked on the pit, but I don't think the young kids, the next generation, want us dwelling on the past or using any energy up dwelling on the past. We know what happened. We know why it happened. It's very well documented. There was massive mistakes made, but I think it's time to look forward and move on. And I think the generation deserves us to put all our energy into looking forward and not back.